All right, welcome everybody. We are going to be putting some music in first. We're going to be doing the creator kit today. Let's go ahead and let's get to it. So I've only run through a few of these so far. So if I click on my tutorial, you'll see that I've gotten through all the way up to somewhere around. Yep. So that's about what I've gone through, and I realized, I should just be recording myself doing it because it's probably important anyways. So all I did was go to Unity Learn. As you see, I typed in Creator Kit RPG, and then what you're going to want to do is go down to the Creator Kit RPG asset, click on that, add to your assets. If you already have it, download it, import it, all that stuff, and open it in Unity, of course. Now, I've already done that, so first thing that they're going to have you do in this section, which is really easy, is just set up the display and try the game. That's really it. So let's go ahead and start that. Start from the beginning. We're going to do a 2D. We're going to name this Creator Kit RPG. Project like that name already exists at that location. Yes, it does. So we are going to do Volume 2. Guardians of the Galaxy. Remember, it is a 2D game. Create the project, and if it asks you to update or install, I forget what the option is, definitely do that. Definitely click the update. That will help you get it running. Don't skip. It will go ahead and create the template for you. So while it's doing that, let's go through this back here. So the first thing that this is just open it up, make sure that you download it and import it, set it up, and I've told you how to do that. First thing we're going to do is we're going to change our game aspect to 1920 by 1080. That's what it tells you to do here. It has kind of like all these options to go along with it, and then it's going to want you to save it onto your desktop. So the first thing that we're going to do is open it back up. Now, once again, I changed my layout. Normally this. So if you want to, maybe I'll just keep it like this for the time. So I'm going to go to Window. I go to the package manager. I'm sorry, not the package. It's the package manager. Apologize. And under packages, I go to my assets. So package Windows. It's Window Package Manager. Once again, I'll show you again. So go to Window Package Manager under Asset Store. If you go to Asset Store, you can actually go right to the RPG Creator Kit. I've already downloaded that, and you'll find it under My Assets. So I click RPG. I've already downloaded it. Just got to import it in here, and once again, it will import, override, install, upgrade. Yep, that's what I was talking about, or else it won't work. And well, we want it to work now, don't we? Now, this game is actually pretty cool. Pretty simplistic. I think it's just a great idea to start off with. Start off with. It's a great follow-up to our first one that we did. Which was, using the space rocket, learning how to do basic controls and all that stuff. So, okay, I'll exit out. We have our assets here. You see Creator Kit RPGs over here. And we have our hierarchy view, our project view. We have our scene and game view and our inspector here. Okay, so the first thing that they want you to do once again is change the game display. So let's just make sure we go back here. We go to game. Instead of free aspect, you want to go to 1920 by 1080. And then they say they want you to save it. Well, we'll save it here. But now we got to try the game. This is the last part of this, right? Okay, so this is just all about trying and playing the game. So the picture tells you everything. You go to Assets, Creator Kit Scenes, and it's Sample Scene. So it's Creator Kit, it's Assets, Creator Kits, Scenes. Double click on that folder, and then you'll see Sample Scene here. I will double click, and then when I want to play the game, I just click Play. And looks like the arrows help me move around. I've got music. Things disappear, and it's actually really kind of nice introduction to RPGs. You go up to her. She makes little noises. Bleep, 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 bleep. Yes, I have seen him. Cool, I need your help. You gotta go find somebody. Now, you can also go up in the northeast section and like chase down 10 chickens as like a little mission. It's cool. You go inside houses and they disappear. So really what this kit does is it provides you with really everything you need to make this game. It's really nice. Like, you could recreate this, so you could actually spend quite a bit, playing this game, making your own game, your own RPG. This could be literally an entire year's worth of material. You could even make a game straight off this and publish it and see how you guys do. Like, everything is here that you need. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and say, played it, tested it, we've used our arrow keys, we used space bar. Okay, so when I was talking to them, I'd walk up to them, I'd press the space bar, and then I'd press an arrow key to get it to highlight to be yes or no. And then just, I marked it as complete, and then I went to the next item. And this is kind of where the instruction begins. Right, so we're going to explore the template, we're going to create, paint using a tile map and create a house. And that's really what we're going to end the video on, and that's kind of what I wanted to show y'all. So I'm going to kind of go through these instructions as I saw it. So we're going to select the blank scene template, we're going to duplicate it, and then rename it, and then save our project. So we're here. Now, you can press Control D, and that will give you a blank scene, and you'll notice you can't really see its name really well, but down here you can see that that's blank scene 1. Blank scene 1. Also up here, blank scene 1, scene assist, blank scene. So you can actually kind of see what's going on. So they said just do edit, duplicate, which that would work too. So I'm going to delete that. Control D, let's just start learning shortcuts now. And let's rename this. Right click, by the way, you want to right click up to the top, you'll see rename right up there. So you're going to want to rename it. Now I renamed it RPG Gabs. You can name it your last name if you want, or you can name it RPG. I think RPG last name works out well. Okay, so we have our scene here. You'll see this is our sample scene over there. So if I double click that, it'll move over to RPG Gab. So we were here, double clicked by the way, for it to get this to show up in the scene display, and you'll see that this is the entire scene. This is the entire map. You can travel over here. Up here is where you talk to this person, and then you go for the chickens, and then all the chickens. This is where the cheat code was found. Chicken, 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 chicken. That one was actually behind a tree. That was fun. That one was the last one I found, by the way. This map is kind of huge. They put a lot of time in this. It's like a little desert area. So double click the one we made, and you'll see that the basic template is here for us, and we are going to have to make it. So the next thing they have you doing after you mark that step as complete is explore the scene. So you'll see over here you have your game objects, which are already in here. These are your game objects. Right? These are our prefabs, meaning that they're put in here for us. I don't know where they would be located, probably under prefabs, right? So these are controllers, dialog box, grids, houses, roofs, inventory. These are all things that have been pre-programmed. So if I click on the house roof, you'll notice that there is a script that works with this house roof, and it's already been written for us as to what it's going to be. Right, same with this one, same with the camera does. This is nice. If you were creating a game from scratch, you would have to make all these prefabs yourself, or download and import something that somebody has already made, which is probably here. So we have our prefabs here. We have all this. So we have to go find our prefab called tile maps, and you will see that right here. Prefabs. Let's explore it. By the way, don't forget to click complete. Explore the tile map palette. So the first time I did this, I didn't have to follow those instructions, because when I clicked on tile maps here, you'll see if I clicked on dialogue, but if I click on tile map, you'll see it says tile palette. It's there. They said that to do window 2D tile palette. That's cool with me too. Whatever floats your boat, bro. And then the next thing you want to do is left click this and then drag it next to the inspector. This is just going to be easier for you. You don't want it hanging and free floating anywhere. You want to actually be somewhere, you know, like inside of you somewhere. So shift between the two. And so they have an explanation as to what each piece does here. right? So we have different. Oh, they also say what does it include? Background, house, land, other items. As you see over here, we have our tile palettes. Over here under world, you'll see tile maps. Click that. Over here, I have background, midground, fences, and foreground. Right? Ground, fences, already put there, and foreground. We have background, foreground, so our world has already been created for us. Okay, and it has 4 different game objects that they've named as background, ground, fences, and foreground. These are things already inside of the screen. This is what I'm learning, right? What we want to do is we want to edit what's in this world. So if I click background, I can add stuff to the background, and you'll see active tile map up here will be background, and we have kind of this caution. Don't worry about that right now, because we will get around it. Well, work is complete. Now what we're going to do is introduction to painting. So this is where they kind of show you what each thing does. This is the select tool and the move tool, and I can move and select tiles to another position on the tile map if I want to. So things like this, selections, paint. I can paint a box with, like, we're gonna go through all this. Like, the whole goal of this is to kind of learn what this does, and then for you guys, it's to recreate it as well. So like, it's one thing to read it, and it's another thing to actively use it, right? So what we're gonna do is mark that step as complete. I forgot. They say that you can pan using the Alt and left button, but I'd rather just hold my wheel button down, and that's how you pan around. Both of them. Let's paint our background tile map. This is kind of where we begin. Far into the video are we, where we finally have you guys doing something? 12 minutes. All right. So what we're going to want to do is select the background game object, and then when we activate it, it says we're going to want to choose the scene. So watch this. I choose background, and I left click it, by the way. Click scene. Now I'm actively working in the background. That's okay. Oops, wrong one. Now, you can select multiple tiles to paint. The block designed this for the creator kit. Let's go ahead and actually, before we start doing this, let's save real quick. Cool. All right, now, if I left click, hold, and drag, I can actually drag various objects. So if I do this whole thing, that's what I will be painting. And I'm not holding any buttons, by the way. I'm just moving my mouse. That's it. So if I say, oh, I want just one little object, paint. I want to erase that as well. I want my grass back, or I want to Control Z it to undo it. There we go. Cool. Next up, add a house to your world. So they want us to use all of these things right here, which it's smaller than the picture. That's great. To make a house, what's cool is take a snip of this, so that way we don't have to go back and forth. There's really only so many pieces you need to make up a house, and all these pieces you can actually see over here. So if I can zoom in on these pieces, see, like, the floor right here. The middle part is right here. Right part is right here. So floor, middle, right. Have the middle piece right there. Then you have a wall, left, middle, right. 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 Left. Right. Right, middle, left. And then you have windows, doors, and you have openings inside your house as well. And all that's in here. Except for, like, the doors. But you basically have everything you need to, well, create a house. So that's what they want us to do, is create a house. And they said we're gonna paint the floor and whatever. So, like, you could sit here and let's see, hold on a second. So paint the floor to your house in the background tile map. You can paint the walls and corridors, stop the player, mid-ground, and then the tile palette. Set the active tile map to mid-ground using the drop. Okay. So when we create our walls are going to be in the mid-ground tile map. Okay, this is where I stopped, by the way. And we're going to want to recreate that right there. So I'm actually going to pull that up on my... Wait, I don't... Okay. You guys, that's just what it looks like. Alright, I have it up on my computer. Alright, cool. We're going to recreate this. Let's do it. We're going to create the house. Alright, let's see where we... Say, right here. Alright, first thing we do is floors. So like that. Before 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 5. 2, 5. I wonder if I can select. Okay, next up. Want all of our walls to be on the mid, right? So it just says floor on the bottom. It's on the mid ground, cool. So mid ground, we're gonna go ground and just select scene. And next up, we're going to do the red. Red right here. Wall over here. Put a... Oh, okay, hold on a second. Yeah, we're gonna actually fix this up. Cool. Check it out. In the background scene, I was supposed to put floors all through here. You're supposed to be able to walk all along it. So it's a 3 by 5. So I clicked here, clicked here, clicked here, clicked here. Those all have something. Cool. Choose that one. Boom, boom. Choose this one. Boom, boom. Oh yeah. This one up. Off like that. Bada bing, bada boom. It's missing a roof and a door. That's okay. Look at that. We have our house. Man, we're building. We're building. Let's go. Let's go. All right, now we got to add a roof to the house. Now, it says in the hierarchy, right-click the world game object and create empty. So this right here is our hierarchy. Right-click world and create empty. That's going to be a game object. You want to right-click, rename that game object to... Menu game objects. Okay. OBJ ECTS object. Now it says in the project window, which is down here, go to prefabs, which we are already in. Assets, creator kit, prefabs. You can see the tree here, and it says select the house roof prefab. It's already here. Drag it to the objects game. Drag it on. So here's what I did. I left clicked it, dragged it, hovered it, and let go. Dropped it. Stuff. It says with roof selected. Actually see where I'm working at over here. Let's click that. On this step right now. Right? It says with the house roof object selected. Place your cursor over scene view and press F. This will focus the scene view on the roof. F. E. Uh-oh. And do it right. let's do it this way. House roof. Drop on your objects. It says press scene view. I'm pressing F, as you see, and it's not working. Well, if I do that, it works. Over scene view. Ah, now we figured it out. That was important. That was important. Because I've seen that in other instructions and I didn't get it. So you have to go. Okay, let's try this then, right? We'll try it another time actually. We have more objects in here. So I just clicked it, click scene, or click that, went over scene, and press F. Oh, or press it again. It really zooms in. Nice. Okay. If you need to move the move it, use the move tool in the scene view. Click into the line with one of the houses. Then we have to all we're gonna do is just transform it so that way it fits over the house. Honestly, that's okay. So check it out. They align it with the bottom left, drag it to the top right, and they say. Size it, I think. Cool. Now remember, QWERT. So QWERT. I was off. Q is pan, W is move. E is rotate, R is resize, which I should have just done. E, nope. T is what I did. Cool. Now our house is resized. Next up, give the roof a fade effect. This is where they were, I'm gonna guess that they have a pre-written script for us. All right, it does look cool to see. In the hierarchy, select the house roof game object in the inspector. Find the object's sprite renderer and set the order and layer parameter to 1000. Roof, inspector, sprite renderer, and it was the order and layer to 1000. This means that the player group would be on top of them rather than beneath them. Okay, so in that layer, they're the 1000th thing that has priority. So if I was the number 1 priority, I would always show up on top. Meaning that, like, I would be the one that you would see. Now, there has to be a fade component. They can see into the houses when their character enters. First, you need to make sure. Or maybe one means it's at the very bottom of the layer. No matter what, it's at the very bottom. So, like, you would always want, like, your floor to be on bottom, and then 2 would be, like, player, and 3 would be, like, a bird. Or something on top of you. I don't know. That's what I'm guessing. This is me theory crafting as I go through it. And so as I learn more, we will learn more together. Alright, faders. So add components and then box 2D collider and it's a trigger. So box 2D collider. Sick. It is a trigger. Sick. I remember I clicked add component down here. That was to the house roof. Cool. Collider defines the space for an object. In this case, when the player enters the space, special effect will be triggered. Yeah, so remember, trigger is when you want something on some kind of special effect, right? Like a collision, when something disappears, will not be on trigger. It would just be. Or actually, I don't remember from that. We'll go back and click add component again. Search for fading sprite script. Add components. Fading. Sprite. Nice. Control S and then play. clicking here, Control S. I'm gonna save it just to make sure I save it. On save. All right, let's play it. Haha. Can't walk through walls, can you? But you can see me. A little shadow effect. I'm gonna have to change that. So I need to click on my house roof to... There you go. Oh, you're not gonna be able to see me through. Cool. Just make sure. Still kind of see me, and that kind of sucks. Alright, I'm done. What's next? What's next? We have 3 more things. Adjust the fade effect for your roof, add a door, and add a chimney. Okay. So we'll go to the... I did notice that you have to move quite far into the house before the roof fades. I did notice that. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the... we're going to resize the collider. So if we go to World Objects, House Roof, the Inspector, find the collider. Again, we click on House Roof. We go to Collider here. Right? Well, I think what we're going to do is we're probably going to change the set. Click the Edit Collider in this scene view. See the collider box has turned white. Drag the small square, size the collider. Just the collider. That works. Nice. Happy. Edit collider, save your changes, and then play it. Cool. Let's see what we got. Nice. Much better, much better. Next up, add a door. Yep, they've created a prefab. Okay, so we're gonna go to prefabs, drag the door project window to the objects game on. Okay. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the prefabs, assets, create a kit. Where's the door at? I don't see a door in here. House open door. Ah, okay, so we're gonna left click, drag, and drop open door. Cool, now we're in here. Next up, we are going to press F, zoom in on it. Wait a second. Click on it, scene, F. Ah, there it is. Nice. Now I know where it is. We can move it until it's aligned with the entrance of the space. Now you may need to resize it, of course. Step as complete. So not this thing. Take that and back. Still. Nice, looks good, looks good. Now we're gonna add a chimney. Drag the house chimney once again into the game objects and then move it where I want my chimney to be located. Okay. Alright, so basically what it's saying is where's our house chimney? Left click, drag into objects. It's already right there. I think that's a great spot for it, honestly. Let's go ahead and give this one a fade. Oh yeah. First thing we have to do is do a box collider. Trigger. Did it. So let's have it fade as long as we're in this. What do you say? And we do it. So let's play our game. Yeah, let's go. Cool, and that completes it. Oh, look at that. Yay. Happy. And then next thing we do is to move on to the tutorial enhancing the world, and that will end this video. On the next one, I will do enhance the world. See you then.